Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your July general tarot reading. So let's jump into it. Let's just see what is on the horizon for you. Okay, you have staying focused, hold the course. Okay, love that. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being, and authenticity. Let your truth be heard. Okay, so let's take a look at that because this is a little bit of the Queen of Swords energy. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is really good energy, Gemini, for us Geminis, because Queen of Swords knows where she's wanting to go as she takes her sword and she cuts out anything that is distracting her from her final goal, right? Wherever it is that you're trying to go. And as Geminis, we can sometimes, we can get kind of shiny objects can catch our attention, right? And we can get a little bit kind of, off our path very easily if something or someone comes onto our path that kind of is a little bit more exciting than what we're working on. Okay, we can allow our attention to go in a different direction because there's something here about choosing what is good for you. You see, you have the authenticity, and then the lizard spirit is very much like the Two of Wands. Okay, so there's two reeds here. And it's kind of like the lizard is choosing which reed should I stand on, right? Now, the Two of Wands is kind of like choosing a path. I feel like you have a crossroads. This is a little bit of a crossroads decision. You have a big decision coming up, but it's kind of like, okay, stay focused. Which decision, which read, okay, is more in alignment with what you truly desire for yourself. So let's take a look at this. Let's see what's coming in. This could be a new person. This could be a new opportunity that's coming in that may, I feel like you are. I think you're going in a new direction, Gemini. Kind of exciting. It is very exciting. So let's see what this is something that you've been manifesting. And, I feel like it may even be you're moving because we have no place like home, right? This is Virgo energy. There's almost an energy of understanding, okay, I'm not necessarily in the environment. I'm getting something like the environment that you want to be in. You have something. Look at this. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Here it comes. I'm getting the goosebumps. All right, you have the magician energy twice, and I know that you are the magician, the representing. Oh my gosh, Gemini. You already kind of know what this is. I feel like it is a person coming onto your path. I know that's been in your energy for some time. This person, I feel, and I'm just kind of like, oh my goodness, here we go. Here, I feel like this person is maybe already in your aura. It does not mean that you've actually met them, okay? But I think this person is already in your aura, perhaps in your dreams. Because this is the rest and rejuvenation card, I feel like there's very much, this is Hermit energy also. So you have a lot of Virgo energy here. Knowing within that this person, the situation is coming onto your path and it is like, wow, off the charts. You have caring connection, you have cornucopia, and then you have the sun. Happiness, joy. This is the energy. Here's the thing. It's kind of like you have your path. You're staying focused, okay? You have your path. You're going forward. Perhaps you don't know exactly. It's okay, if you're like, I have no idea where I'm going, right? That's okay because it's almost like intuitively you are being drawn towards this opportunity. And I really and truly feel like this is a new person, Gemini. I don't think that this is necessarily somebody coming back from the past. It's the number 38, and 3 plus 8, okay, equals 11. And 11 is a twin flame energy, right? And if you look at it, we kind of have the 11 right there. It's the energy of somebody coming onto your path that really is drawn to your healing energy because you have done so much healing. They also have done a lot of healing. There's a sense of being able to come together. And with the community card, this could be somebody that's already like in your community. I'll say that, right? It's like I get the strong sense. This may not be somebody you know, okay? But it's a strong sense that they're near. Yeah, you have the Two of Wands. Oh my gosh. Gemini. This is just like so beautiful. You have the Two of Wands here. I feel like this person is coming in and it's kind of like a decision that you're making. It's kind of like, okay, this could be somebody that lives a distance from you. It really could be where it's almost like you have to go in a new direction. You know, where I was saying, you know, I'm trying to find the no place like home, right? It could be that you're moving because this person actually lives somewhere else. You're choosing to go in a different direction because this person is coming in and it's kind of like, okay, like it's almost the thing that it's kind of like, I don't want to say you're dropping your whole life because I don't think it's about staying focused on what it is that you truly want in your life. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like, if you have been somebody, I'm hearing in my head, I would drop everything for the right person. Okay, if you are a person that has said that, especially recently, like you've built a life that you enjoy, right? You have a career, you're financially stable, you have a home you like, you have friends, you've built a life for yourself, okay? Because it says, dream the world into being. So you have everything that you already want, except perhaps you don't have the romantic partner, the companion that you have been perhaps dreaming about. Dream the world into being. That's the other thing, is that I think that's why I'm getting that energy. I didn't read that earlier, or I didn't really recognize it, right? I feel like this person is in your dreams. It's almost like they're coming in. It's kind of like you're meeting on the 5D because you intuitively know that this person is on your path. And I think you had a reading like this, like a week or two ago, where it's just kind of like I have the butterflies in my stomach because I was like, you just know this is coming. Wheel of Fortune. Look at this, High Priestess. You know that this is coming in, and it's coming in quick with the Knight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor, but it's that energy of I have everything but that one thing. And it's like, you have to also be good. It's okay if that person doesn't come in. That's the thing. That's the key here, Gemini, is that you have to say, it's okay if they don't come in. I'm good on my own, but I would love to have somebody join me on my path. And that's like, when we allow ourselves to not focus, okay? Stay focused on what you want for yourself, your independence, what it is that you're wanting to create in your life. It's like when you take your focus off of searching for love, all of a sudden love comes in, right? And you've heard that before. It's staying in this energy of truly loving yourself, making yourself a top priority instead of making other people in your life a top priority. Yeah, this is the truth. You have a Hierophant. Long-term committed relationship, something that is coming in, reassessing what it is that your 10 of Cups is, being willing to walk away from something. And look at, we have the King and the Queen of Cups. This is someone that that's coming in, is intuitive, artistic, emotional, can have an emotionally deep conversation. Is it just surface level? Okay, this is somebody that wants to have that deeper connection. And I feel like they're communicating. It's helping you to go in a new direction. Three of Wands. It's kind of like, okay, I didn't see this coming. I had my plan. And it's not that you're completely changing your plan, but it is that energy of, yeah, I would drop everything for the right person. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like the plot twist in your life, if you think about it, right? It's kind of like, okay, I got everything going, Even if you're feeling, Gemini, like, okay, I'm not sure, I'm working on some things or whatever. It's kind of like, it doesn't matter because this is coming in. It's almost like you can't stop it. And I don't think you want to stop it, to be honest. Yeah, this is you, okay? This is your obstacle. Really appreciating your life and being very balanced. Okay, that came out, I feel like it was in your weekly reading that came out on Sunday, right? Having this balance, choosing, look at this, Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra, but you don't have to be. But this energy of having balance in your life, no longer being like totally focused on career or totally focused on people that have hurt you in the past, right? It's kind of like, okay, I've created this balance. I have a nice work and play balance. I have a good balance between giving and receiving. It's this energy of I've balanced out my life. Look at this. I've truly balanced out my life and I am fine by myself. That's the key. If you're thinking my life isn't complete unless I have someone in my life, then that's the problem, right? And this is the energy of I am fine on my own. And I can't stress that enough because it's almost like you're appreciating who you are and what you have created on your own. And when you do that, it's like this person comes in and is just joining you on your path. But you have to create your path first. And once again, Gemini, I don't mean you have to have it all put together, right? Because we're continuously progressing and evolving. But you have to be happy with the way that you're kind of like going through life and you're focusing, if nothing else, on creating balance in your life. You're focusing on creating what it is that you truly want for yourself, prioritizing yourself, taking good care of yourself, making sure yourself is your top priority. That Queen of Cups energy is really important because here's your advice. Here's what's coming onto your path. It's time to go. Door to Spirit. The Spirit is opening a new door. And it's kind of like, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to walk through that door. And that door is a new path with a new partner. Two of Cups, right? And I'm going to say we have the Death card here. We have the Hermit energy, Virgo energy, Twin Flame energy, Four of Wands, happy family, happy home, celebration, wedding. It's just an opportunity that it's just a door is opening for you. It's kind of like allowing yourself to say, yes, this was the path I was on. I was happy being single. I was happy whatever. And if you're in a relationship, right, it can be the energy of opening that door to taking your relationship. If it's a relationship you want to stay in, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to allow myself to reignite this relationship. I think for a lot of you, and so it may not resonate with everybody, I feel like this is somebody new that's coming onto your path. It could be a Scorpio, it could be Hermit, it could be Scorpio, Virgo, it could be a Libra. It doesn't have to be, but it could be one of those signs. Lots of Virgo energy here. But understanding, it's kind of like allowing yourself to see a new path opening for you. So if you're one of those people that is like, no, I'm done with love. I'm not going to, I don't want to walk down that path. Then part of this could be that Spirit is opening your heart to seeing that maybe you are ready to open your heart to love again, or to romantic love again, right? Because this could be, since it's a general reading, it could be a process for some of you, right? Allowing yourself to leave a relationship if it isn't really meant for you. For others, it's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I've done the healing and now I'm willing to open my heart to love. For others of you, if you have really started building this life for yourself, even if you're like, but Mary Sue, I don't have it all together. It doesn't matter. It's the energy of I have learned to come into this sense of balance. I have found this sense of balance in my life, and I'm happy and appreciative of what I have, created for myself. And sure, maybe I would like to have a romantic partner come on my path, right? But you're okay. This is for those of you that are like, I'm okay being by myself. But yeah, sure, it would be great to have a companion, somebody to join me on my path. This is that energy for that group of people. Okay, I'm going to pull some romance angel cards. And I know this is the July reading, and I am also going to put up a career and money reading, and I'll put up a straight love reading, because this is like the July reading, but it is interesting how the love is really coming out in this reading. Let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness, yes. And it's playfulness. I love this. Okay, so this is the key. This is really, and if you're not there yet, understanding this is an important part of the process of allowing yourself to align to someone that is really meant for you, okay, is to free yourself, right? It's time to take back control of your life. In other words, that is the energy here of understanding I'm creating the world that I want for myself, whether I have another person or not. I'm focusing on what it is that I want to create for myself without somebody else, right? I'm focusing on that. I'm going to do that, stay authentic to myself. And you have to kind of like almost get really grounded in that. Because I feel like this could be for those of you that may have experienced codependent or toxic relationships. You have to first get really good with yourself before you can attract in a healthy partner. And especially if some of you, I have a lot of 9s here. I even have a couple of 10s. If you have been single for like 8, 9, 10 years, this is like your reading. Because you have allowed yourself, and it doesn't mean you haven't dated or perhaps had a little relationship here or there. This is for those of you that have really allowed yourself to step onto the healing journey, to really get into being authentic and focusing your life on what it is, your life purpose, on focusing on the direction of your life. And for some of you, you could have kind of like come to this point where you feel like, okay, I've done that, but my life has kind of like almost like come to, I don't want to say a stall. It's not necessarily a stall, but just kind of like this resting place, right? It's kind of like, okay, I feel like I'm just sitting here resting. I'm looking for my resting card. I'm sitting here resting. Here it is. Thank you. I'm sitting here resting. And for some of you, you maybe have had to rest for a little bit. Look, it's a 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10, right? So 10 years. But you haven't been resting for 10 years. You've been doing the work for 10 years. And now you're kind of like feeling like, okay, I kind of have my life on the trajectory that I want it to be on, right? I'm surrendering to my journey. I'm not attached to the idea that I have to have somebody on my path with me. I'm not attached to seeing love in a certain way, right? I'm kind of like open. This is a very open energy. And when you're in that energy, that is when this person is coming in. And it is about understanding you deserve love, okay? And being playful. And that is Gemini energy, being playful, being a little bit flirty, putting yourself out there, right? It's a little bit like if you have been a hermit for some time, it's allowing yourself to understand Spirit is opening a new door and saying, Gemini, it's time to allow yourself to get out of the house and to start meeting new people, trying new activities, right? It's not about doing romance in the same way. It's about choosing a different way to do it. And I think for a lot of you, it is meeting this person, not like online. This is meeting somebody out and about, when you're out and about, okay? And it could be that you could meet this person through somebody else. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily meet this person for the first time, out on the streets or something like that. But it is an energy of it's getting out of your house. I'm just going to put it that way. It's strong energy of get out of the house and start putting yourself out there. This is a new way, a new approach to love. The way that you approached love in the past, you realize that needs to end. That didn't work. It's understanding, okay, I'm going within. I'm understanding that using my intuition, right? If you get that inkling, you know what? I think I'm going to go to a coffee shop today, right? It's like, go with it. It's one of those energies where it's like, I feel like the two of you are being drawn together and knowing that, wow, This is really beautiful. Express your love. This could be the one. This is about healing any codependency. Okay, so if you feel as if your life isn't complete unless you have a romantic partner, you haven't quite yet gotten to the point where this person, a healthy counterpart can come in. And that would be where you would want to do a little bit more healing, is allowing yourself to really focus on creating the life that is true and authentic to you, right? Allowing yourself to do that, to break any of those bonds of codependency in a relationship, creating that life, and then allowing yourself to go out there, to start meeting people, to start chatting people up. You are Gemini, right? You are a great communicator. You have Jupiter in your first house. It's a lucky time. Venus is still, on your side at this time. It's understanding this is a really lucky time for you to meet somebody, but you don't meet them sitting in the house on the couch. It is about getting out and about. Okay, I'm going to pull first a card. Let's have a card of a mantra, okay, for kind of like a little bit of a blessing and a mantra for you. Let's see what we have here. Flexibility. Interesting. I'm flexible and adaptable to change while I pursue my ambitions. Okay, so here's the thing. You're staying focused on what it is that you want, but you're also being flexible and adaptable. Very much Gemini energy, right? But sometimes when we have been hurt, especially in romance, we kind of like put up those boundaries, and then it's kind of like, nope, these are the rules, and if you don't follow my rules, you don't abide by my boundaries, right? We can get a little bit kind of stubborn in that. This is the energy of being flexible, of going through that kind of like healing process of knowing that a relationship is give and take. And it doesn't mean that you allow somebody to cross your boundaries, right? I'm not talking about that, but it is about having a very much easy give and take in a relationship, and knowing that a relationship does require a little bit of flexibility and adaptability, because I feel like that's what is so unique in this relationship. This relationship is very unique to you. It's new. It's a new kind of love. It's not like anything you've experienced before. And the reason is because it is more balanced. The person that you're attracting in is healed. Once you heal and you allow yourself to stay in that beautiful, grounded, healing energy, then you attract in someone that is also healed. And that's what you're waiting for, okay? I know it can seem like a long time, but for some of you, I know, reading your comments, you are ready for this. You really and truly are so ready for this love. Has a lot of passion, okay? There is a little bit of energy of reconciliation. I will have to admit, there's a little bit of that. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, that's not going to be for all of you, because I don't have a lot of that. Like, I don't have the Six of Cups. I don't have a lot of energy of somebody returning from your past. It could be somebody from a past life, but it also could be that maybe this is somebody that you met like 8, 9, 10 years ago, but you had not yet stepped onto your healing journey, okay? I don't think it's a reconciliation with an ex. It's different than that. It could be somebody that maybe you went on a date with, or a couple of dates like 8 or 10 years ago, okay? And then you weren't ready for love yet. Okay, it could be that person is coming back into your life, right? It's not somebody that you've had conflict with. So that's really, I love that energy for you. Okay, so Gemini, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, let's see. This one jumped out. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationship? See, there's a difference between This is boundaries in your relationship, right? Knowing where you end and they begin. Okay, that's important to have. But sometimes we confuse boundaries with expectations. And I think that came out in one of your recent readings too. Is that a boundary is where you know where you're comfortable allowing somebody into your energy, into your space, right? What how somebody treats you, their respect of you and what it is, what you're comfortable with, right? And of course, when you first meet somebody, your boundaries might be out here. You want more personal space. And then as you get to know them, your boundaries may change, right? And they kind of like, it's not that they're ever gone, right? But they soften because you build trust with the other person. Now that's different than expectations, because we have a flexibility and adaptability card here, right? Expectations is different. It's kind of like expecting certain characteristics or traits of financial stability, security, what are they bringing me? Those are kind of more like expectations. That's different than boundaries. Boundaries are all about what you're comfortable with, allowing somebody to come into your energy, into your life. Expectations is kind of like, well, I'll let you in, but you got to have a ticket. you got to have a certain kind of look or, a financial status or whatever it is, right? It's understanding that there is a difference between boundaries and expectations. And sometimes I think we kind of like get that confused. All right, so let's see what this says. To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe we are worthy of them. That's Gemini. For those of you that this reading is resonating with, you have been working on that. Perhaps for the last, 5 to 10 years, you've really been working on those healthy boundaries. Understanding that what your heart truly desires, what you want, okay, and what is important to you, okay, you are going to stay focused on. You're not allowing yourself to give up everything in order to have somebody else come in your life. If you're still focusing, you have a career, you have a life purpose, you have certain experiences that you would like to have in this lifetime, you're still going to be doing those. You're still going to be focusing on that. Right? You may have to be a little bit more flexible with the timeline or doing it with this new person or whatever, but you're still going to stay focused. If you've been in a codependent relationship, you could have been one of those people that literally gave up your life, literally gave up your needs, your desires, right? In order to make the other person happy, in order to follow their needs, desires, and wants, their dreams, their goals. You gave up your dreams and goals for theirs. This is the important thing. For those of you that are ready for a relationship, you've gotten to the point where you're allowing yourself to say, I'm not giving up my dreams and goals and the experiences that I would like to have in this lifetime for romance, but I am willing to be adaptable and flexible with their schedule, right? With what they want in their life. Beautiful energy there. Okay, so it says, when we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. That is why you had to be kind of like on your own, that hermit energy for some time. You had to get clarity first about what you want and not have that be confused with what somebody else wanted. This is really a reading for people that have been in codependent relationships. And, I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I've been there, right? And you kind of like allow your life, your wishes, your dreams to kind of go to the wayside in order to make other people's lives happy, in order to help them follow their dreams. This is you taking back your power. You've stepped into your power and you're focusing on what it is that you want to experience in this lifetime. Okay, so then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, in Gemini you are, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. So if you are somebody that kind of has attracted in people that needed fixing, okay, whatever that may mean, it's kind of like understanding, okay, it's because you needed to have clarity first about what it is that you desire. When we're trying to help other people, like literally fix other people or fix their lives or help them to fix their lives, it's because that's easier than focusing on ourselves and what it is that we want for ourselves. It's easier to help somebody else to fix their life than it is to allow ourselves to focus on our own life. Yeah, it really is. And it comes back to that whole thing, you've heard it a million times. When you're on an airplane and the oxygen mask drops, you put on your own before you help other people. Gemini, if this reading is for you, it's because you probably had that backwards. It used to be you would put on everybody else's oxygen mask, and then if you were still alive, you would finally put on yours. For a lot of you, you did have to go through the difficult process of dying, okay, spiritually, or I should say not spiritually, but ego-wise, right? You had to go through that process of ending that cycle in order to start this cycle where you're saying, no, wait a minute. It's not that you're not supportive of other people, but you don't put their wants, their needs, their desires, their dreams, their goals ahead of yours. You're staying focused on what it is that you truly want. Okay. All right. Well, Gemini, wow, beautiful reading. All right. I hope it resonated with you. I really appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you on Sunday for your weekly tarot reading. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.